network, the easier it becomes, the more enjoyable it becomes, because you just need so many new people. That's all. It's just having a conversation and a cup of coffee. Find out what their interests are, and it's not talking business. It is really just showing your interest and how can I help you? That's all that it is.
And that gets you business?
That gets you business, but yes, and I'm sure all the other guys know this, that business, only about 3% of business will come the first time that you meet someone. The rest only comes 12 months down the line. And that's the stuff that you have to nurture. It's not the 3% that you gain now. It's the 97% that you need to nurture. And that's the networking part. And that's the stuff that is the return on investment. And that's the stuff that becomes the net worth for you at the end of the day.
That's stunning. Like, trust an accountant to throw some numbers into the results, right? Thank you so much, Rita. Also, guys, remember, that was Rita Skuman from Coaching with Heart. We've also had answers from Stephen Westwood from SPW Copywriting and Marlon August from Vocal Shift. No. Please help me, Marlon. Are you typing it in the chat? Story advantage! I got it! He just wanted to make me suffer. Sorry, guys. I'm so shocked after being hacked. I'm like, not myself, I don't think. But yeah, story advantage. So if you guys can remember to just mention that at the end of your answers. We also had an amazing answer from Linda Dent from Just Ask Linda. So that's amazing. So people can actually get to know you and build relationships with you. I just wanted to say, Rita, and to Laura, like, the reason why I questioned Rita so much was because I wanted to hear this from her. But it is so true. I built my auditing firm from a client base of 0 to a client base of 60 within 3 months, just through networking. And it literally is about that 97% that comes after, when you've built the relationship successfully. It actually gets to a point, and guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or you can back me up with a heart if I'm right. But it gets to a point where it just snowballs. Like, and you have so much business coming in and everyone's referring you. Like, at one point with the Audit Pro, I couldn't keep onboarding people fast enough. I literally couldn't, because I had a new referral every second day. And I knew for a fact that those referrals, it's not a sales call. Like, by the time those people get to me, it's literally just like, hi, I'm Nastine, and they're like, please, can you help me? And I'm like, sure, this is how much it's going to cost. And they're like, it's fine, just help me. Like, it's just as long as you help me, because they said, you will be able to help me. So thank you so much for that answer, Rita. It's a beautiful answer. And Stephen Levy, you had your heart up. You also have an answer for us. What is the purpose of networking?
Yeah, well, Senior, I just was loving what you said, and what Rita was saying. But I think it's pretty much what everybody said, and I really believe that a lot of people go into networking with the mindset of building their business. But it's actually, you need to go into networking, which is exactly what everybody said, is that the mindset of building relationships. And the business will come after that. And we just need, a lot of times in business, we ask ourselves the question who our team is. And they don't necessarily sit with people that we directly employ or people that are employed by us, but they could be sitting in a networking group with different specialities. So, a lot of times people say, oh, but I don't know how to find this expertise, or I can't find this resource. The networking is a fantastic place to find it. I think it's very important, the networking, and then what everybody else said. It's just credibility, trust, and relationships.
Mm.
And then what everybody else said. It's just credibility, trust, and relationships.
Mm. 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 I like that answer because also what has happened to me in business before is I've been taken for such a ride by so many different suppliers. And that's never happened to me within like a referral space when the person that you like, I mean, I know you guys so well, like inside and out, right? Like what are the chances of you screwing me over? To say it bluntly. Anyway, Stephen Westwood. Oh wait, that was Stephen Levy from Dare to Be Coaching and Beyond. Stephen Westwood had something to add.
Thank you. So we keep referring to networking as building relationships and building trust. And I just want to quickly say that depending on the type of networker you are and who you surround yourself with will determine the type of success you have. If you can find yourself a group, just like we have, where we get together and yes, we do discuss business and yes, we do discuss business topics, but at the same time, we have fun and we enjoy each other's company and we do know each other on a more personal level, the more likely you are to build a sustainable business for your future. That's pretty much all I wanted to add.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stephen. I love that. And guys, if you want to know what type of networker you are, I just have to take that chance. Stephen Westwood from SPW Copywriting. If you want to know what type of networker you are, you can totally take our quiz. I will put the link for you into the comments. And it's a quiz that tells you exactly what type of networking personality you have. And then gives you personalized advice on how to be a better networker. So it is out there. Karen, you didn't have your heart up as far as I saw, but you are one of our networking champions. So I just have to get your take on this, please.
Okay, well, you guys know me. I'm very unstructured in how I do things. So for me, networking is true to my form. I just, wing it most of the time. But I must say, the more you show up in similar groups, in other words, we've got a tribe. I have one or two other groups that I do belong to, and showing up consistently in that space has worked for me. Jumping around to different networking things and that, not so much. Unless you're going, to meet somebody off the bat, you can go to those, but it's when you're building the relationship, it's about going to the same group, the same people, and expanding in that, getting to know the people in that group. I think that's where, when COVID started, I belonged to lots of different networking things, and I found the ones that work for me, and that's where I've consistently shown up. And for me, that's been key. Yeah.
Beautiful. Love that answer. Thank you, Karen Freya from Fascinating 7.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Guys, are you ready for our next awesome question? And I am so keen to hear the answer. So this one is from YouTube, from Philip. I don't have a last name, but it's YouTube and Philip. And he is asking, how do I drive more traffic to my best blog posts? What are my options? Stephen Westwood.
I love that question. It's so to drive traffic to your blog post, first of all, you need people to read it. You need people to want to share it. So it has to be content that is really useful to a large group of people. So obviously you could use social media, make sure you're sharing it in different, on your different social media platforms, sharing it in different groups as well. Getting people in your network to share it with you will help drive traffic to your particular blog post. There are other things that you could do, which could involve something called syndicating. So what happens is you have that blog post live on your website. If it's the one that it has the most views anyway, what you can do is send it off to different outlets, send it off to different publishers, and they will publish it on their website with a link back to your website, which helps increase your credibility, which will then increase your search engine optimization, which will then bring more people to your website. I hope that makes sense.
That does. Linda say no. Rita. Linda, do you want to ask Stephen some questions so he can explain it further?
Please do.
I have a question for you as well, Stephen.
Okay, Nessie.
I want to know, when you're sharing this like into different Facebook groups, how do you do that? Because you're coming in cold, I think. Like, what message do you put with it, or do you just share it and hope for the best?
Well, you could just share it and hope for the best. The other option you've got is have a look, first of all, and see how many people are asking a question that you're answering within your blog post. Then what you do is you look at how their questions are formed and then say, oh, I've noticed quite a lot of you are asking questions about X, Y, Z. I do have some answers in regard to that. You can read it here. The other option, which is the one I like to do, is it is a bit of a sniper move. So I will hijack somebody else's post. So somebody will ask the question, I will then provide them with the answer and slot in like my link to my blog. And I'll be honest, I'll say, look, this is to my blog. Please feel free to read it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will literally hijack that post. It just helps to, again, boost your credibility. It helps to get more people reading your content. And it's fun.
That's really cool. I like that. Do you guys have any, Linda, Rita, anything else you want to ask Stephen on that? Linda, no? Rita?
I'm sure it's funny hijacking somebody else's post. No, Stephen, it is just one of those things that are beyond my comprehension. I just can't work with that stuff, but anyway, I'll chat to you later on that.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to quickly go back to the syndicated content. So basically all that is other publishers will publish your blog post for you, so their audience will read it, but it will link back to your website so people can come back to your website and leave their comments, leave their likes, and it can distribute your post that way.
Cool. Okay. Just out of curiosity, Stephen, like with like sharing, like how many different groups do you need to share this with? And especially if your blog post is like, or if your blog and your blogs are like quite new, do you think you have an estimate, like how much could you expect the views to pay off? Or is that like a completely unfair question?
It's not a completely unfair question. Basically, what I do and what I advise people do is make sure you're building relationships within those groups, because you're more likely to get reciprocated that way. So you don't even have to spend long doing it. You just comment on a few people's questions or on a few people's posts, post yourself and get people to answer your questions. Then when you do post in that group, you're more likely to get it. Now, that being said, also make sure that the group you're posting in is relevant. So if you're in a group for, I don't know, swapping plants, and your post is on how to scale your business, it's not relevant.
Got it.
So as long as it's relevant to that group and people have been asking those sorts of questions, you're more likely to get a high number of people clicking the link.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Unless you go like, since you guys are swapping plants, I have something that's totally related to that. Who of you wants a plant swapping business? I can show you how to scale it. Here's my blog post.
That sounds like a reach. It sounds like you're reaching.
Cool. Thank you, Stephen. Guys, that's Stephen Westwood, SPW Copywriting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Marlon, you also had an answer for us.
Yes, thank you. Those are all excellent, Stephen. And I think to give some other strategies is, so you got two options, right? It's you can do it organic or you can do it paid. If you're gonna go the organic route with a blog post that's well written, you're going to want to think about where that distribution will go. So Stephen spoke about a whole bunch of different distribution points like Facebook, but Google's another one, right? So Google itemizes and tracks all the information that is put on the web. And if you index it correctly through a thing called SEO, or search engine optimization, by giving it proper keywords and things like that, but really just making it relevant to the main topic, then you can if there's strategies on search engine optimization that one could employ, but Google itself is leaning more towards relevant content. So if the goal is like, oh, I want to drive a lot of traffic, then maybe you want to reverse engineer it. So start with the end in mind. I want to get a lot of traffic onto my website. So what are people searching for? And then write content towards that. And then you'll be writing towards what Google actually wants to give information on. And that will drive a lot more traffic faster. Then I would think about spin-off content. So what are related topics that you could create that's like in a YouTube, that's in a Facebook post, and then you actually go and put that out on those channels, and you link back to that actual post. And it's a thing called what people call link juice. And when you're writing your content, I would refer. So just like in normal business, I would refer to a different site. So I would say, hey, just like referred to in this article by said person, and I link it out. Then these are different ways that you can just start building more connections to your initial content. The best bloggers in the world, they actually have a two-way link. So it goes out and it comes back. In other words, let's just say Linda wrote something awesome and it's relevant. I would link to her site and ask her to link it back to me. So then that makes a really strong link. Like with most people, they have a link to their Facebook page, and from their Facebook page back to their website. Does that make sense? So I hope that was one. And then that one is a bit more technical. And then another one that's really simple that actually someone did to me and it was super helpful. And it's very similar to Stephen's idea of hijacking someone's post, but a lot more organic in that you can, if you see people that are maybe in the market for what you do, like, so someone found out, like he knows that I'm a marketing consultant, and he actually wrote an article that where he says there's an opportunity in Australia where bigger agencies are losing business to smaller agencies and consultants. And then he sent that to me in a DM. He literally direct messaged me and said, hey, Marlon, I think you might find my article very relevant if you're looking for business in Australia as a consultant, and sent me the blog post. It was really ingenious. So that again speaks to context, speaks to relevance, and it's like free traffic. And I'm gonna refer that anytime I speak to somebody else around that same topic. So this is Marlon, and I'm from Story Advantage.
That is so cool. I'm so into that answer. I learned so many new things now. So you can actually network in your blog and around the blog, and you can do something called link juice. That's so cool.
Well, it's about adding link juice to it. So the more relevant there is, and the more links that sort of link to it, Google finds strength in those links and indexes it higher. So I'm not an SEO guy, but it's these simple things. When you just do it in even just like focusing on what is the main problem that I'm solving, and Google has relevance to that, they will index it.
Yeah, can I quickly just add, when I was talking about syndicated content, that again involves links which go back to your website from sites of authority. So it increases the authority of your site and your domain, which then helps your website rank higher and your blog articles rank higher on Google and Bing and other search engines.
That is really cool. So I have one question for you guys. Who here blogs? I want to link to you guys. I want to do two-way links. Okay, Stephen, we'll link up. I'm gonna read all your blog stuff now and see like how I can incorporate that in mine, and then you can tell me if I'm doing it right. Do you blog, Marlon?
So no, but what I do is like now I've got a whole bunch of videos. So this is another thing, right? You can take, let's just say you're not a writer, and you don't think that writing's your thing. You can do maybe videos. Let's just say videos are. You can take a video, and this was actually given to me by SEO guru, like a guy in South Africa. He's the stuff. So, anyways, you go and you get a video that is yours. You transcribe the video, so you just get all the text that's in it. You put it below the video, and then what you do, and then all you need to do is like just link that back to the video, and then you can do other smart things like whatever references there were, you link it. Does that make sense? You hyperlink it. So that builds it really quickly, and all you've actually done was create a video.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I do that with my podcast. I've changed my blog to transcribe my podcast.
Oh, cool. This is so good. I'm getting all the best insider tips. I'm in heaven. Philip, I hope you're in heaven too. I'm pretty sure you are. Well, not literally, but... Okay, that was epic. Thank you. I'm sorry, Stephen. Really bad. Thank you, guys. That was a really, really cool answer. I really enjoyed that. Next question, actually, I got a chat message with a question from one of our online guests. So other online guests, if you have questions, feel free to chat it to me, send it to me in private chat, then I would be more than happy to answer it or to get it answered for you, because I don't know the answers, but I have the people that do. So guys, this one is from Annelie, and she wants to know, does networking work for any specific sort of business, or like does it work for some types of businesses better than others, or does it work for like any business? Okay, let's do Linda Dane. Just ask Linda.
Annelie, I think it certainly works for anybody, but I'm going to put a caveat on that and say it's anybody with the right mindset. So the only reason I say that is because, you know, I've met many people through my entrepreneurial journey, and I've noticed in networking groups, there are individuals who buy into the idea of networking. There are those that come to realize the strength and power of networking over time. And then there are those who go, but why do I need to have these conversations? Because it could be uncomfortable for them to have conversations in person, or, you know, now we have virtual, but it almost feels the same because you're putting yourself out there. Or they are so busy, speak to a coach, so to free up your time, but they're so busy that it seems like something that is too much of their time that's being taken up. So I think networking can work for anyone. It certainly works for me. It works for everyone I can see on the screen right now, and another 30 odd people in the Explore ProTech. And it certainly works for several thousands of people in the BNI network, and hundreds of thousands of people in Rotary and Toastmasters and other groups. So of course it works. It's been working for hundreds of years, but you need the right mindset to be present, connect with others, you know, follow through on those relationships, and be prepared to listen to others. The networking is not selling. That's not what it is. We don't sell to people. You network to learn more about the other person.
That is really cool. I love that answer. I think everyone does. Thank you, Linda, from Just Ask Linda. Okay, Stephen Levy, you had your heart up.
I think Linda answered pretty much she covered most of what I wanted to say. And yeah, I think Annelie asked, is it for any business? Well, if we look at business today, it's about people, and networking is about people. So I think it's about, just latching on to what Linda said, it's about then finding your tribe in the network. Not every network group is for you. And but explore it, because we need to interact with people. And then the mindset, that will be mentioned already. Don't go there to do business, go there to build relationships. Business will be the outcome of that. So
That's awesome.
That's what I'd like to add, but it is open to any business. It's not specific.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen Levy, Dare to Be Coaching. Best business coach in the world ever. Sorry, guys. I know it makes him uncomfortable when I do that, so I do it on purpose. Okay, Marlon is also saying in the chat, plus it works to anyone who sells to other humans, because it's all about the human connection. That's a really cool answer. I'm going to quote you on that, Marlon. Karen, you had your heart up.
I just wanted to say, it's alluding to what I said earlier. I think it's consistently showing up at the same networking groups as well, though. You know, it's not just about finding networking and running around every day of the week trying to go and see different things and that. Once you find your tribe, consistently participate with the tribe, really get to know the people in the tribe and expand the tribes that you're in. Because I think where people fail, or from experience, is you think networking is just about meeting as many people as you can. And as we've already established now, it's not about that. It's about building those relationships. So it's not about trying to belong to as many networking events as you can. It's about actually finding those that are with like-minded people and really connecting within those groups and building those groups from within.
Oh, that's lovely, Karen. I love that. That's why she's one of our networking champions. Karen Kriya, Fascinating 7. Mo Malele is saying truth. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. A lot of exclamation marks, basically. Okay, Rita, you also had your heart up.
Yes, and I just want to add what Karen said there, that networking is not about me. It's not about if I can call it that way. It is about the other person. And whatever you're looking for will come back to you if you have this attitude of, it's not about me. It's not about my own gain at this point in time. It is about how I can help someone else.
I love that. I mean, who doesn't want to do business like that? Like, I can genuinely say, and I never ever thought this would happen for me in business. I have friends in high places. I mean, I know Karen Kriya. I have coffee with Stephen Westwood all the time. I get personal tips and WhatsApp conversations with Linda Dane. I've been talking to Rita. We went to a cocktail party together. Marlon is coaching me on the 5K challenge live online. We're doing so many. Whenever we're together, Marlon stops speaking about his ideas because otherwise we implement all of them immediately. Stephen is my personalized coach. Are we making a series together called So You Think You Can Scale Your Business? It's just so much fun. Who doesn't want to, if that's the way that you market, who doesn't want to do that? It just beats all other marketing for me, hands down. Stephen Westwood, you had your heart up and then we got to wrap up.
Yeah, I just want to quickly add, because we're all in the services industry, we all provide services to our clients and our customers. Annalie the one that asked the question, because Annalie is different. She has a product that she sells to her customers. She's in the business B2C space. Networking does still work. If you follow the advice of what everybody else has said, what will happen is you will be introduced to new suppliers. You will be introduced to people who can help you get your product into a new market. They can help you sell that product and introduce you to your audience. Networking for you is about how you can not just make that product and sell that product. Networking for you is about how you can leverage that product for your own business. I hope that makes sense. I'm not making sense today. I haven't had enough coffee.
Everyone's clapping. It's making perfect sense. And I mean,
Yay.
like Annalie, for example, like we actually have a live perfect example. So I spoke to Annalie about sponsoring the prizes for, we have the one competition going, right, where the networking champions in the group is seeing whose blog post can get the most views. And it's kind of like a bit of a friendly competition, but super fun, just inspiring everyone. And she's sponsoring the prize for that, and it's good. It's a beautiful prize. I put it on the Facebook group, the Tribe Members Only One. If you guys haven't checked it out, like, it's so worth fighting for. And then I have another competition up my sleeve who's going to involve everyone, and you're also going to be able to win an Annalie. So, Stephen, isn't that like the perfect example of what you just said?
That is the perfect example. It really does encapsulates what I have just said about how you may be in a completely different industry, in a different space, but you can utilize your network to spread word of your product.
Yeah, and it helps me, it helps her. It's like a match made in heaven. I love it. Awesome. Marlon, you can do a quick ad since you asked so nicely, and then we will do the wrap up and the behind the scenes convo. So I can just introduce you guys to the guests. We have really, really cool guests.
Yeah, thank you. So I really like what everybody's talking about, and even you mentioned now, is networking is about collaboration. And I really believe like the idea of collaboration is that we bring something together, creating something new. And the example that you brought now of Annalie and in your network, in your space, and from this perspective, it just changes it a little bit, gives it a bit of a different experience, and allows us to interact with that brand or that service or whatever, or that product in a different way. And this is now what business really is. It's always been that, but now it's like there's a lot of us, there's a lot more of us, and now we're just trying to find these beautiful connections that we can make. Hence, so you think you can scale, and I think that's what it is called. I hope it's right. And being able to do the 5K challenge, because if it wasn't for us putting our brains together, being encouraged in this way, that 5K challenge would have come out at the end of this year. You know what I mean? I don't even think, so you think you could scale would have even been there yet. So we push each other, we allow each other to grow together, and you tap into different markets, because like, hey, this is something I believe somebody else can take advantage of. So it's again going to the trust, and it's again going to that level of collaboration. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
I'm so glad I let you speak. Yeah, like big heart, Marlon. Everyone can put up hearts, Marlon. That was a freaking epic answer. I love that. And I love tribe life. Okay, guys. So it is time that we actually wrap it up for today. We will be back again next week. Same time, same place, live. We'll try not to get hacked again. I'm going to up all the security and everything, by the way, everywhere. But at least we experienced it together as a tribe. I want to just read a question to you, but I don't want you guys to answer it. I'm just going to leave it with you, but I think it's important that you hear it, because I got this one via email. And this is from Matthew Sheik. And he says, I love the short clips with highlights from the show. Can we have more of them, please, in playlist format? So, guys, I think he's talking about, I'm not completely sure, Matthew, but I think you're talking about the short clips that Linda has been doing. She's been taking the coffee shop show and repurposing the content through Somerville, and she's made some amazing short clips. So, Linda, even if I could get those clips from you, I could put it on our YouTube channel, and maybe everyone else can do something similar, and we can create a beautiful, like, highlights of the show. Like list, Matthew, would you like that? I think so. Let me know. And then, yeah, so I just wanted to leave you guys with that. If you're watching live on YouTube and Facebook, it's been amazing having you here. I hope you learned so much from this. If you want to be on the show as a guest or tribe member, you have to get in touch with me. I am doing coffees. I am trying to meet new people. So I will put my booking link for you into the comments. Like, have a coffee. Also, in the meantime, take our quiz. I put the link for you into the comments. It'll tell you what networking personality you have and then give you personalized advice on how to make the most of it and use it to grow your business. That's it from the coffee shop show for now, guys. It's been absolutely amazing. Guests and tribe members, stick around for the backstage chat, and then live viewers, we will see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a fabulous time, and may all your entrepreneurs